Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Can you guys see me and hear me? Thank you, Linda. Okay, I'm only staying on about an hour today because I have to go back to my surgery place again this morning. So I'm going to stay on for about an hour. Get started here. Okay. Thank you to my mods for being here. Oh, mods, if you send me an email to that email I asked you to send me an email to, I'm having trouble getting back in, so I may have you resubmit your questions through the Stand store, like in a free link. But I'll let you know by Monday. I'm still trying to figure out how to break into my own account. I think I typed the wrong password in twice. You know what I mean? Like, I think I misspelled it the same way twice. But anyway, all right. More advice on my youngest adult son. Seems to always be struggling with life. Works hard, but never seems to have enough money. No energy or enthusiasm for anything. Lack of commitment. Doesn't trust. does not trust himself to pick the right things to focus on, and may try and distract himself with what other people expect from him. There's this feeling of escapism. Like there's something he's avoiding that's causing him to not, almost like this fear of, if I get on track and things get better, then I have something that I'm scared to lose. So it feels like there's an underlying wound that's kind of the culprit of what's causing this feeling of escapism and lack of commitment to change. There's certain changes. Spiritual crisis and trust deficiency disorder. It's like not connected to or trusting the spiritual side, and not trusting his ability to manifest different options for himself. I would say I need to like start with small goals and see himself achieve them so he can rebuild that trust between himself. How will my upcoming vacation go? I would say it's much needed. I'm kind of getting the word refreshing with the Empress here in this case. It's like you're going to be in your feminine energy in the state of like receiving and relaxing. Judgment and death. I do feel like when you come back from the vacation, you're going to make some kind of life change. Like, okay, I saw how it felt to be not stressed there. How can I alleviate these little stressors that I may have been allowing to build up? So I would say refreshing, and then some kind of change that you may have been avoiding. You decide to go through with a change, come back because you want to give your body that feeling of reduced stress that you experienced on the vacation. Will I have a choice of 2 jobs soon from a college, prison service, or hospital? If so, which one should I take? So will you have a choice soon? I would say there's something that you're hoping for that is not going to be part of the choice. Will you have some kind of choice? I feel like yes, because the Wheel of Fortune is here. It's just in reverse. So it's like not getting everything I hoped. College, prison, or hospital. I feel like something's up with the college position. This is like taking back an offer, rejecting an offer. I don't like the final offer that I was presented. With the prison service, I feel like you said soon. I think you said soon. Yeah, you said soon. So I feel like that one may take a little bit longer, or it may be the last one to come in out of these. The hospital, I feel like there's going to be a spot for you soonest, and it may be what aligns with you best. Although I feel almost like the college part is the disappointment. I feel like that's the one maybe you're hoping for. And it's not that that is completely out of the question. It just feels like that's not going to be as quick as the other options. So maybe it'll be like a don't get it now, but have to reapply. Or maybe it's like I don't hear back as soon as the other ones. I feel my new foundation chapter taking shape now. Any insight into what else this new chapter holds? There's some kind of throat chakra test, almost like you need to utilize the progress that you've made in your throat chakra in the next chapter, in this unfolding chapter. So you're going to be presented with some opportunity to like communicate differently than what you would have in the past. And it feels like it has something to do with, I want to word it as not just accepting every first opportunity that comes if it doesn't feel like it aligns with you. Almost like you're going to have a choice to not settle for less than what you deserve or desire. And as you make that choice, it opens up something else ahead. Am I supposed to go back to PA over July 4th weekend? I'm dreading it. I feel like someone is coming for me. Should I go? That Ace of Wands is really here today. Ooh, probably not. No, I would say, I want to word this as you'll wish that you didn't go, or I have this feeling of like you feel like you should go for other people, even though you know that it's going to not be a good time for you. Almost like a I need to show face type of feeling. Knight of Swords in reverse makes me feel like there's some kind of unbalanced, pushy communication, like almost like a gnat that won't go away type energy. And then the Five of Wands. So this is a happy home environment in reverse. So some kind of tension within the place that you'd be going. I feel like you're going to wish you didn't go if you do go. Message from guides with a song. You're getting some kind of release. Oh, big release. This feels like mindset. No. No, some kind of physical change. You're getting some kind of, the light is going to shine on a key that you need to unlock yourself from some kind of stagnancy. You previously felt like there wasn't, almost like you felt like there was only one choice for something, and now you're going to see different options that allow you to maneuver past the previous stagnancy. A 100 Bad Days by AJR. 100 bad days make 100 good stories. 100 good stories make me interesting at parties. Something that previously held you back, it's almost like you're going to appreciate it because you're going to see how it actually ended up setting you free. Message for my Uncle G from his father. Uncle G is going to soon realize how it's almost like there was like a friendship or a connection or a relationship that he wanted to hold on to that he wasn't able to hold on to. He's about to see clearly how that was protection. I just want to say like the rejection was divine protection because there was some kind of loss of stability within that relationship, almost like someone who wanted to step on others to get themselves ahead. And I want to word this as your father helped your uncle be okay. Where's my voice going? Hold on. Your father helped your Uncle G be okay with some kind of loss. Almost like he helped him not say something that would have gotten a situation kind of turned around in some regard. Reaching out to you with unknown phone calls and voicemail with static noises. That was my throat. I almost want to say like your uncle may have felt like he was trying to say something and couldn't get it out, but that was like your father being like, no, you don't need to say that right now. It's not going to go how you think it's going to go. The message is that your father was protecting him in that situation from something that he didn't need to experience if he would have continued to talk. Straight up closed my throat for that. Like, what is happening? I have upcoming EKG and coronary artery calcium test. Will they be fine? I want to word this as there's something they're going to guide you to change. EKG. EKG is like different spikes, almost like if it's not in like a danger zone of something, but they give you some kind of like, okay, I would change this or do this differently. I feel like it's going to go okay, but there's going to be some kind of need to alter something. But not because of like a major issue, more of like, this is a little high or this is a little low. Let's try and shift this in your routine and see if it helps. That is the energy I'm getting from that. So not anything like danger zone, but more of like preventative changes, I guess I'd say. Will Gary succeed in his attempts? I want to say there's like this energy of going too fast and like tripping over my own feet. This is like full steam ahead causes me to not have the victory I was looking for. I'm too tunnel vision to see how I'm rushing too fast through this. This is the king of action and he's sitting down. So it's almost like I'm rushing through something and there's something that I'm worried about that's causing me to rush, but the rush is causing that worry to be founded. I would say there's a potential for it to succeed if he slows down, but I tend to believe he has trouble slowing down with like the tunnel vision focus. What is the real reason I've been stopped seeing my nephew? A misplaced judgment that feels like someone was like, oh, look at you, so that they don't look at me. And almost like I had to stay really committed to this sabotage once I decided to go through with it, because now I can't back down. I have to protect myself. Almost like, for example, it doesn't really feel like it's a youth thing though, which is weird. Almost like I want to distract people from something going on with me. So I say something like nonchalantly about you, but it sticks. And then I have to keep up with the same energy or I look stupid. So I guess I'd say like a confused, misplaced judgment that then needed to be like, I say this and then I don't want to go back on it and look wrong or look like I was lying. So I keep going with the same energy, even though I know it's not true. But doesn't feel like anything you caused though, which is weird. Any message from my son? There's recently been some kind of sign that you were like, is that him? Is that not? It was him. This is taking the blindfold off. We're still connected, even though we're on other sides of the rainbow. With the Fool, it's almost like I've been waiting for the right time to get this message to you, and that's a release. Trying to hand you puzzle pieces so that you can heal what you weren't able to previously all the way understand, so that you can start to feel like yourself again. Whatever message or sign recently came through that you're like, oh, is that him? Is that not? It was. I feel happy and healthy, and candle flames will flicker when I'm around. The light, you picked up on his energetic signature is how I want to word that. You weren't sure if it was, but it was. Should I send Chris's reading anonymously, or should I just go ahead and let him know it's me? I feel like it will be more well received if he knows it's from you. This is an offer of love, and then this would be you offering. I would say, though, it may take him a moment to really open up and hold the space for it. It may be like this kind of like, almost like it'll be helpful for him to unpack the message knowing it's from you, but it still may take him a moment to like actually do so and be comfortable doing so. Yeah, there's some feeling of like, I don't want to be seen, or I don't want to be judged. Not that he feels like you would judge him, but I think it's like other people that have just kind of gotten in his mind, if I'm seen, I'll be judged. So I feel like yes. Or wait, no, reading anonymously, or should I go ahead and let him know it's me? I feel like yes, to let him know it's you, but also that doesn't mean it's going to feel very comfortable, but I still feel like it's the right move, if that makes sense. Message from Amelia, spirit guides, and direction. Cry by Kelly Clarkson is on, and that's catching my attention. There's some kind of battle that you're being called to put down that you've been carrying in private. I want to word this as you've been trying to fight someone else's battle that they weren't able to fight for themselves, but you can only do so much. You've carried it for long enough. So there's a need to disconnect from that energy. Yeah, it's like causing you more harm than good. Almost like you're feeling like if you can make sense out of something that someone else has gone through, that either you can explain it to them and help them, or like you unpacking it will help them, but you're being guided to put this down. Outcast by NF. Woke up in a cell, where am I at? Yeah, it's like something's trapping you in, but it's not your burden, it's another person's burden. Would Alex be open to being my video editor? I would say, like, after some kind of negotiation, or after some kind of, this is like, I may be a little resistant to it, but if I'm presented with the right offer, or the right freedom of hours is what I'm hearing, or something to that effect, then I'll commit. So I may be resistant to commit, but I can be convinced to commit. Today's the first day seeing my supervisor since our disagreement. What can I expect from her energy? I'm going to hold back and act like everything is fine. But that's deceit. I'm holding a grudge, or I'm holding on to some kind of uncomfortable energy, but I'm not going to let you see that. But you'll be able to pick up on it anyway because you can read the energy. So it's going to feel confusing for you because you're going to be like, I see your face and I hear your words, but your energy is saying something else. How does Lilith want my energy to be? Staying almost like it's a test of, you can see clearly the energy behind the actions and the words, but it's almost like you're meant to just let the other person pile on deceit on top of deceit, or like trying to hide themselves, letting it happen is how I'd word that. Oh, yep. Just letting it happen. Letting it happen because you're protected. You have your spirit team with you. Oh, it's a situation where you're meant to be the observer so you can see your skills of observing. Almost like, do you need to prove to yourself you're right, or do you just know you're right? Because if you know you're right, you're trusting your intuition. So it kind of feels like that. Back to here. Will this lawyer for my son take his case? Will the lawyer... I'm getting a no. I'm almost even wondering if they'd word it as like, we're trying to stay away from that type of case now. I from the lawyer's perspective, I tend to want to disengage or distance myself from some elements of this case. I feel like there's a better option. So maybe hearing expanding your search, or expanding the search for ones that you're looking at. There's something up with the one that you're referring to. It's almost like I wouldn't even be able to do the best job because I have some kind of mental bias about some element of the case, if that makes sense. Has the person suing my son-in-law done this before? Is it a pattern? Top secret in reverse on the bottom. I would say a same but different type of situation, and almost feels like if this person was friends with someone who did something similar, or if this person was involved in a case but wasn't the main person but saw how it unfolded. This is like monkey see, monkey do type energy. And almost like in that person's mind, they've come up with this reason how they're doing it with good intentions. It almost feels like a get rich quick scheme of some sort, or like I see this happen and I reshape it to what I need. So like for example, I see a previous person sue, let's just say, for example, their boss, and I see what they get out of it. So I take that situation and I mold it into me getting what I need when I see the opportunity present itself. Something of opportunity because I've seen how it works before firsthand. In my dream, I heard a knock at the door and woke up. Were my guides protecting me from someone who was trying to access your energy? Yes. Offering a sacrifice, guides protecting. Almost feels like kind of gives like a less intense version of a karma swap, like an information swap, or like I cloak myself in your energy so I can see if I can access some kind of information. Yeah. Oh. Poking the bear. I'm trying to see how healed you are in a subconscious state so I can see how I can affect you in the waking state. Male G energy again. Yeah, I would say male G energy again. You can trust your observation of that. Same coin. Same coin. Same coin. Could this be something work related? Almost getting the like, I want to take your ideas and pawn them off as my own. How does my new boss see me? She seems super nice. Is it possible she fears you taking her job? I would say sees you as someone who's going to be able to overcome the challenges that may be presented, but may be a little fearful of you doing it a little too well. Oh. I would say sees the potential of you moving up within the company. And maybe even like if you start to do your job too well, I'll move you up to that position so that you don't take my position. It might be that kind of thing. But I feel like there's some kind of like underlying insecurity with that mindset. So I guess I'd word it as feels like you are someone who has the potential to move up into a higher level position or like a more responsibility type position if a spot opens. So I'd say able to overcome the challenges that the job could present. Does my Aunt M have a message from my dad? Cool. There's a feeling of like making amends here. Almost like life is too short to sweep things under the rug and allow some energy to fester. I tend to believe this is like maybe your dad needing to kind of accept an apology that he may not fully get, but kind of making an amends in that connection, regardless of not getting what he deserves as an apology. Because it will help to give his mind peace. It's like you're not doing it for the other person, you're doing it for yourself. Stop second guessing and wondering what if you made the right decision, and look up to the clouds is where I send you messages. Clouds. Feels like a past conversation that's being referred to. Maybe like a text conversation or a phone conversation that led to tension of some sort. Color of the day. It's like a reddish orange. Fire sign as well. Reddish orange. Oh. A warning about the way that you communicate. This has something to do with the last thing that I read for you about the boss. The triangle. Making sure you are following your intuition when it comes to conversations that may come out quickly or unfold quickly. Almost like the conversation may come out of nowhere or unfold quickly, and you need to like not let yourself get too ahead of yourself. If that makes sense. What does the next month have in order for me? There's something coming through a barricade that you had in order to protect yourself. It's like you've healed something and now there's a new opportunity that's presenting. It's something that's just for you. You poured out for others and you made space in your cup to receive. Yeah, Queen, poured out for others. What is this? Moving forward past blocked emotions, putting down a heavy burden. You've made space to receive because you've shown light on this shadow wound that was keeping you emotionally numb in some corner of your psyche. There's some kind of, now that you, the way that you can handle certain emotions, you're going to be presented with an opportunity to experience different emotions. Page of Wands, self-discovery. I want to word it as you're getting a second opportunity to handle something that you weren't all the way happy with the way it was handled the first time. Spirit guide message. Some kind of communication coming in that's going to show you indirectly that you were right about something that you observed, that you had to pull yourself away from in order to keep your grounding. You're about to get proof that you made the right decision to pull your energy away from something that was draining you without you recognizing how much it was draining you. What is Lilith's advice on a meeting with supervisor? How should I address things? Should I say what I've been thinking? Is it just the two of you in this meeting, I'm wondering? I would say be mindful of C presenting as purposely misunderstanding things to try and frustrate you. Almost like, I know what you're talking about, but I'm going to be like, oh, I don't know what you mean type of thing. It feels like C is going to make things seem more okay externally than they actually feel in their mind. Like in here, I'm still unpacking it, but I'm going to act like everything's fine. Why? To avoid a tower that I created by some kind of misstep, but now I'm committed to covering that. C knows that they're the one that's in the wrong and is going to kind of try and play nice, it feels like, to try and, I know you can see the truth, but I need to try and make you feel like you're crazy or like you are confused. Should I say what I've been thinking? I would say no. See how they're back to back? It's like when you communicate in order to stand up for yourself, I'm just going to turn my back. And then behind the scenes over here, I'm trying to protect what it is that I'm worried about by turning my back on what you have to say. I would say not the right time for that. Hearing take it in steps. Could it be regarding my small business making feminine and gemstone, spiritual and energetic jewelry, finding what aligns best? I would say you're heading in the right direction, but there's another element that's going to also come in. I want to say like a deeper element. Small business making feminine and gemstone, spiritual and energetic jewelry. Could you do like a like maybe like a recorded meditation that would go with those things? So like you purchase this and you get a code for, like kind of how I did with the decks where you get the awakened psychic gifts, like maybe something like that. Like I add in on the back end some kind of teaching, knowledge, extra bonus. So I feel like yes, but in combination with something else that's deeper, if that makes sense. Like a back end element that's included with it. I feel like that helps the repeat customers come in. How many bio siblings do I have? I never met my bio dad, and rumor was he had more children. Can't tell if what I'm getting is you are one of two or there is two. It feels like there's some kind of reason with the what would be the bio mom of those children. I want to say like animosity between you and maybe your bio dad's family. It's like an indirect conflict. Yes. Okay. I want to say there, it feels like there's two others. There's possibility that you're one of two, but it feels like there's two others. I was wondering where, as their bio mom felt like keeping the bio dad around would throw things off balance, and there was not anything financially that they felt like they would benefit by not cutting him out. Can you find them? feel like there was action taken to keep it hidden. I feel like it's going to be difficult to figure it out, but it's possible. Like, find them, I guess. Is someone I know spying on me, or somehow am I being paranoid? We know about if someone's watching you. I don't know if well, I guess that kind of would be spying. I feel like I'd more word this as trying to dig up dirt on you. Trying to see if there's dirt to dig up and how accessible it is. But it almost feels like I want to dig up dirt. I want to see how accessible it is for me to dig up dirt so I can tell someone else, oh, look, there's the dirt. If that makes sense. Like I'm trying to uncover things about you, but not necessarily for myself, more for a different party. Oh, someone who lost access to you. Oh, someone's ego's hurt. I lost access to you, and now I kind of want to see if I can make you look dumb, but I'm trying to dig up dirt, and I'm not getting any dirt. No, I don't think you're being paranoid. I think you're feeling the energy of someone who's pulling. You're feeling the signature of someone who's pulling on your energy. But I don't think you're in any, Six of Swords on the bottom. It almost feels like you're asking me this now because the energy is starting to dissipate and your guides wanted you to know what was happening so that when it starts to fade, you're not feeling like you were being paranoid, if that makes sense. What does the remainder of 2024 hold for me? An increase in self-love that allows you to you are starting to really see and embody who you want to share yourself as. And that's going to help you start to call in your people. Yeah, that's going to help you start to call in your people, especially in terms of business. You're shining the light that helps the right people find you, that helps you move steps forward, some kind of stability within finances. My Aunt Louise is not doing well. She has asked me to take her dog. Is that a good idea? Is there someone else who could take the dog? I feel like it's a commitment that you don't need right now, or a commitment that yeah. I feel like I would say try and see if there's somebody else who could take the dog first. It feels like it's more on your plate than you need on your plate right now. I almost feel like there's some neediness. I don't know, maybe certain things are going to come up with the dog where the dog's going to need a lot of attention or like medical something. It's like almost like you already have a full plate and this is going to make things start to fall off the edges of it. Feeling shattered, but feeling scattered, but solid. Advice for is. Oh, a paintbrush. Advice for business, some kind of creative solution to overcome There's a creative solution needed for some kind of, I don't want to say collaboration, almost like needing to start to branch out and have conversations with people who could either offer a different perspective on certain things that you feel stuck on, or people who are further along on the path that you're trying to pull yourself on. There's some kind of conversation or connection that's going to benefit you, but it's almost like you have to be the one to open that door for it. Almost like there's this wound that you're overcoming that has to do with knowing that you're deserving of taking up space, and starting to interact with people that you don't feel qualified to conversate with will help you see yourself in that light of worthy to take up space. My sis Lucy passed away from, oh, I'm so sorry, 2 days ago. Did my dad and sister meet her when she passed? There's something that she wishes she could have said to you before her passing to offer some kind of clarity. There's something that happened within the week or so before she passed that made her feel at peace with the knowledge of what was going to unfold. Almost like if her higher self was like, hey, it's going to be time soon. You know what? On the what's that, Survivor, when one of the last episodes, I don't know if they still do this. This is like very old that I'm picturing, but they walk up the mountain, pictures of all the cast members that have gone out before them. That's what I'm being shown. Almost like there was a life review while she was still here that allowed her to be at peace with the knowledge that she was going to be passing. And I do feel like there's this energy of like the spirits from the other side, which would be your dad and your other sister, like coming here to bring her there, like this bridge of comfort. Did my dad and sister meet her when she passed? I tend to believe that your dad and sister came here to usher her there. So like we're already with her when she passed, like walked the bridge together type energy. Some kind of jewelry. I almost feel like this is something you could wear so that you feel comforted. I feel like you're having a difficult time right now feeling separate, and something physical will help you feel that connection right now when you really need it. I watch over you every day. Our House by Crosby. I'll light the fire. You place the flowers in the vase that you bought today. Oh. Is there like a service or something that you could take flowers from and have it made into a necklace or something? It almost feels like that's the message, like allow, like a comfort of a celebration of her life as opposed to the sadness. She wants you to help you switch the sadness into a celebration of life. Oh, fiery gems for you, only for you. Yeah, I'm wondering if you could maybe take some flowers from the service and have them like put in like a necklace or something. Gary is in it for wrong himself only. Oh, okay. So he's pushing very hard because he knows he's trying to Yeah, he's trying to pull the wool over people's eyes so that they don't see his sabotage and betrayal. That makes sense. I had a feeling when I was reading that that was a bad thing. I would word this as his own mouth is going to end up getting him in trouble, but it may be something that he avoids saying as opposed to I say too much. I'm rushing, and something I lack confirming ends up confirming what I'm trying to hide. Something I lack confirming. It's one of those situations where I tell on myself by what I'm adamantly trying to avoid discussing. Message for my daughter, LR. There's a need to take action in the opposite direction of some kind of fear to reestablish the balance. There's this situation unfolding in which she's getting the opportunity to reignite the belief she has in herself so that she can figure out what path she can take with that belief. Ending a cycle of analysis paralysis, almost like I'm stuck in a constant deciding between two things mode, but there's an opportunity to commit her energy to one path that's unfolding. There's a need to focus on what she wants to unfold and really manifesting that. Like I'm getting references to like dream boards, active meditations. There's an opportunity for her to call in what she wants. She has to first decide what that is. Change this playlist real quick. Oh, Resurrection by Ryan Oakes is the song. Has Iris been wishing ill will on me? Can Lilith help me overcome the negative energy? There's an energy of making you feel ill-prepared to use your throat chakra or ill-prepared to speak on there's an energy of trying to make you doubt your intuition by not allowing you to feel present in the moment. So I want you to overthink this so that you don't feel confident that you understood your intuition correctly in this situation. A test to see if you can continue to trust yourself when you don't have 3D proof of your 5D intuition. Let me overcome. I want to say you don't need anyone's help to overcome this. This is kind of, it feels as frustrating as it does because it feels like you're on your own for it, but that's the point so that you can show yourself, even though you're experiencing these connections, you still can rely on yourself alone to handle finding the clarity that feels like it's attempting to be concealed. I want to word it as it's one of those things that kind of just has to play out. Is the feeling I have on a certain friend correct? Yes. You're being offered information about this tower it's unexpected, but I'm not all the way surprised, but I'm a little bit either disappointed or perturbed. I don't really even know what that means. Perturbed. Shining light on that friend. So I would say, yes, your feelings are correct. Will I meet someone new this month? This month, I would say no. It does feel like this year is possible, but this month is no. It's like there's a counterpart or, you know, a fitting connection that's in the cards, but not here yet. So I would say not this month. Will my luck get better in 2024? I'm going to stay on about 10 more minutes, guys, and then I have to go back to my surgery place again, unfortunately. Now, we can always turn things around, but what I'm getting here is some of the difficulties that you're experiencing now are still going to continue to play out into 2024. Oh, wait, I think you mean 2025. Oh, you mean the rest of 2024. No, I feel like it's more likely 2025 is when things start to turn around for you. It feels like the rest of this year is working through the frustrations that you've been experiencing. Yes. You know, when you go down, this is a really weird analogy, but you know, when you go down one of those like really tall slides and at the end it's like you went down all the bumps, but then there's like that straightaway. It feels like the rest of the year is that straightaway. So you're not off the slide yet, but it's not bumpy and straight down, if that makes sense. What guidance does Spirit have for me in the song? Lots of swords. This is, I made a TikTok reading about this the other day, and I said they wanted to cut you with their words, but their blade wasn't sharp enough. Spiritual arrogance in reverse. People wanted to make you feel like you were less than in terms of divine authority. And I want to word this as you're about to show them unintentionally that they had it wrong. Yeah. Whatever battle of feeling like the outside was trying to force you to dim yourself is coming to an end. Ready or not, Bazanji. I don't know how to say that. Let's see if there's anyone I didn't get at all yet. Will the lawyer my son be talking to? Oh, I did this one. Pick his case and work with him. Will he? Let's do the. Will he work with him financially? Oh, maybe that's the element that I was like. There's some element of avoidance. Oh, I'm still getting the same. A lack of commitment. If the financial element is the element that was being referred to when in the previous card pool where I said there's something that's like I'm avoiding working with that, if it's the financial element, I feel like the lawyer will work with him on the case, but only if without providing financial wiggle room. So like, I'm not really going to work with you financially, but if you can come up with the funds, then I'll work with you. It's kind of what I'm getting with that. Yeah, 6 of Cups in reverse. I'm stuck in the past. Does my brother Jay have any serious underlying health issues? I would say there's something preventative wise that could help in the future, but I'm not Almost like there's something that's slowly working against him that may present a problem in the future, but I don't see anything that right now is like coming to a head. I'm going to try and get to as many of these as I can really quick. The spirit guide, who I think is Kristen. Are you Kristen P? What is the connection? 1994, you have a message. Oh. I want to say the message is friends. Friends are the family that we choose. And this guide's purpose is to offer you consistency in knowing that the same person will have your back regardless of the situation. Because in the past, people would have your back until it was not convenient for them to do so. So this is like, I'm trying to help reestablish your faith in a long-standing friendship. Friends are the family we choose is the message I'm getting. Patience. I feel like this has been a long time coming, the unfolding of this. Oh. The Reckoning by Need to Breathe. In the middle of our reckoning time. I'm wondering if California holds any significance with that, Kristen. Is the carnivore diet I am on going to make the spike in the EKG or coronary artery test, or will this new way of eating help long term? You know when you like spin water in a cup and then you have to wait for it to settle? For some reason, that's what I'm being shown. Like, maybe your body's still getting used to the different balance. Will it make a spike? No, I don't feel like that would be a responsible culprit for any spike. Will this new way of eating help long term? It's going to help you start to feel like yourself again, but there's something else that's going to also need to be incorporated. It's like not the last thing that needs to change, but it's a piece of change that will help. But I feel like whatever the other change is going to be told to you by medical professionals. Like, okay, this is going well, but we also suggest this type of thing. I'm going to finish these really quick, and then I have to hop off. Is G trying to take my book idea? Flowing in some kind of stability, deception, communication, independence. I would say a reshape of your idea that may be a little bit too close for comfort. Almost like I'm trying to figure out what your blueprint was so that I can use your blueprint with my idea built on your idea, if that makes sense. Is my fiance the one I'm supposed to be with? I feel like there's going to be certain things that are going to be difficult to overcome as certain shadows or triggers come to the surface. But I also feel like there's a reason that the two of you are together, because you each have the experiences to help the other maneuver through certain wounds that other people tried to help heal but triggered instead. I would word this as this is a relationship that both of you need to heal the things that previously, every time they came to the surface, would just be reburied. But that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It means that you're going to have to really keep open communication to work through those instances. Message from my guides and a song. I'll do 2 more and then I got to go. I may hop on later though, as well. Message from my guides and a song. There's a situation where almost like you may feel inclined to, like, I don't know what word to use here, fluff something up, like make something seem either more dramatic or more intense, and you're being guided to give the other person like the lesser version of it. There's this feeling of like using your words against you here, but as long as you're careful with how much you give them, as in like ammo, they won't be able to do that. Completing a cycle of patience. There's a conversation that you're going to feel intuitively led to, like, give them only what they need to know. Listen to your intuition in that regard. Broken and Beautiful by Kelly Clarkson is the song. Anything for the full moon. Some attempt to confuse. I did a reading on TikTok about this the other day too. It was like they have one last shot. There's this feeling of like a wave of confusion coming in and allowing yourself to just be instead of trying to unpack or work through it. Almost like, what's that quote? You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. So if you're experiencing thoughts that feel, this isn't typically my internal dialogue, or why all of a sudden are these like thought traffic, like a lot going on at once, be the observer. Don't allow yourself to identify with the thoughts. Within like a 3-day, the moon's tonight, right? So like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, until Monday, Tuesday-ish, be the observer of your thoughts. Don't identify with every thought that you experience. So Alive by the Goo Goo Dolls. Feeling like a hero, but I can't fly. Know you'll never crash if you don't try. Took it to the edge. Why? Never gonna live if you're too scared to die. Once you show yourself you're the observer of your thoughts and that you're not going to identify with the thoughts that you know are not you, after this energy passes, it's like feeling like a hero, but I can't fly. There's some kind of takeoff. There's a takeoff after you release yourself from the weight of what was previously holding you back. All right, everyone, I have to hop off. I may hop on a little bit later. Sorry, I have to cut this one short. I have to go back to my stupid surgery place again. Thank you to my mods for being here. I'm going to make a video if I can either get back into that email, which I don't know what happened. And if not, I'll just have you send in the mods questions on Stan Store. Please remember, my only links are in stan.store/The Reckoning Co. If it's not on there, it's not me. Please be aware of scammers. I think that's all. Okay, I have to go. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you for coming today.